2. Folks, welcome to your week. It's so bad it's good. This is Monday, so this is our pop culture roundup with our co-host, also the co-host of the amazing Snarkbait, which is going on tour, so make sure you get your tickets. I'll put all that information up so you have easy access, and their Patreon's pretty darn good, too. The one and only Sophie Ross Brooks. Sophie, how are you?
I am good. You know what? I'm really sad that the Olympics are over. Like, I don't know what it was about the Olympics this year. I got really into it. Yes.
Okay, I will say I did not get into it until like 3 days ago, and I am fixated on this Alyssa Liu.
Alyssa Liu.
I mean,
Welcome
I just
to
love.
the club.
I mean, well, I know. Like, hey guys, there's this underground ice skater, Alyssa Liu. She won the women's singles and the team event, but I just love her whole style, and I love she just comes from this place of joy where it just kind of exudes this happiness. So I was watching all of these clips and her interviews, and she's only 21 years old, but I wish I could be that full of joy and that free. And the way she skates, she picked her own music to skate to.
I'm very inspired by her because basically she retired at age 16 after the Beijing Olympics in 2022 because she was under so much pressure. It felt like work to her. It didn't feel like fun.
Yeah.
So when she came back, she was like, I'm doing it my way. No one is telling me what to do. I'm picking
and she didn't
my
let
own
her
music.
dad, and she didn't let her dad be part of her coaching team.
Yeah, exactly. And so she literally is like, she went into the Olympics being like, I don't care about medals. Like, I don't care. I just want to show off what I can do. This is my art. I'm an artist. I just want the stage. I want the opportunity. I don't care about medals or where I place. Even if I mess up, that's part of the journey. Like, it's actually so inspiring. It really is inspiring to me.
It really is. I mean, I have spent my whole life trying to get a fraction of that kind of joy. And it was like, it really is inspiring no matter what age you are to watch this girl.
Yeah.
And she really, she's just so free with her body, and by the way, it's so funny because Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski, they're being the broadcasters at the Olympics.
The commentators.
And, thank God they're doing that because they're just so horrific on the traitors in such a funny, cute way. I mean,
is it funny and cute?
Well, I do think they're funny and cute, but I do think at the same time, if you won like a bronze medal, you could convince them to give you the gold. Like you could convince them of anything.
Yeah, I really love them. Their Olympic commentating because I've been so into the figure skating and the ice dancing and all of that this year. And I think they're so knowledgeable and great at that. And I know we're going to talk about the traitors. I am really sick of this season. Like, I'm not having fun anymore.
Well,
is that an unpopular opinion?
No, I think listen, at this point, it's pretty directed towards it's Rob's game to lose, even though this week's episode, you're like, I thought they had him. I thought they had him dead to rights. And at this point, I mean, by the way, it's not going to be satisfying if the faithfuls figure out Rob. I still don't think that's going to be satisfying because they've been so dumb for so long.
Oh, and the faithfuls don't deserve to win at this point.
That's what I'm saying. It would be ridiculous.
The only faithful that I would have been happy winning was Natalie because she, was going in with a plan and a strategy here. She went in guns blazing. She was like, it's do or die for me.
But even Natalie voting Tara was a fatal mistake.
Was so stupid.
Why did you do that? Like, see, it's always those little Achilles heel that we have. We act out of anger instead of just thought.
She got like a little too emotional, I think, at the round table instead of keeping it pure. She's so strategic and smart. And I think that but I don't blame her because Tara threw her to the wolves, threw her under the bus.
And Tara, she's getting yelled at back. Like Natalie's like confronting her at the round table. And Tara goes, Johnny, we have to say something. I'm like, girl, you have to say something. Like you don't start off the round table by saying, hey guys, I've been so wrong that I want to let you guys take this. Why don't you guys talk amongst yourselves?
She spent the entire day convincing Natalie that it was Rob.
I know. I mean, it was, and by the way, she was right. If she had just gone, and that's the whole complaint is that, you don't want to do throwaway votes, but
oh God, don't even get me started on Maura.
Oh, Maura, man,
I can't with Maura. I'm so sorry, you guys. I cannot stand Maura. The fact that she is so aggressively loud and wrong, she's so mean to everyone while defending Rob. It actually grinds my gears.
She comes off like a mean girl on the edit. I don't know her
being mean to other women who are right, by the way. She's the wrong one, but she's always so loud and wrong and aggressive. And it's just I just don't like it. And it's like I said, all of these people are digmatized by Rob's good looks and charm. And you can say, well, it's because he's actually just really good at the game. Sure. He's not
I think he's been really good up to the game until this episode, and I think he made a couple like mistakes that I was like, but they're so dumb that it doesn't matter.
They're so dumb. It's like, is he really good at the game, or are the faithfuls just exceptionally dumb, or is he just really good looking? It's a combination of the three, I think.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think you're using everything that you have, but it is funny. Also, he's just drinking so much water at those round tables that I'm like, why are you always drinking water, man? Like, I want to know. I think he is nervous at this point, and he's trying to keep that, like, I just kind of say a couple things and my accent gets stronger each episode. I don't know. I'm just a country boy.
It's funny because I feel like at the beginning, obviously, the traders have it so easy because they're still like blending in. And then as the game goes along, you see it's like wearing on them, the lying and all of that and the deception.
Yeah.
And once they figure you out, or once there's suspicion on you as a trader, it like now there is a world where Rob could lose because there is suspicion on him. It's like once there's suspicion, like they're going to get you out before that final fire pit or whatever it's called. But in this case, it's like, I don't think the faithfuls will because they're so fucking up. Like Mark Ballas is going to vote Rob out.
I don't get it. Kristen Kish told him, look at Eric Nam. And then we don't even spend this episode looking at Eric Nam at all. And she told that directly to Mark Ballas. And then he's laying on that pool table with Rob at the end and he's still not seeming to get it. And so Johnny Weir in a talking head says, I think it's Rob and Eric. So he nails it. But my prediction is they're sending Johnny home. I think Johnny's the one that gets murdered.
I think either Johnny or Tara. They need to split them up.
Yeah, they definitely got to split them up because they're a voting block. But I think you've got to get rid of Johnny because Tara is so insecure about her own thoughts that at this point she might think she's a traitor. Like she might not even know anymore.
But my reason, I was like, I think it might be Tara because Tara was the one that originally threw out Rob's name. So if Rob were smart, he actually would get rid of Tara. But again, it's like she could be swayed either way. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, this is the fatal flaw of the traitors that we always talk about is that the strategic minds and the entertaining people are always the first to go. And then we're left with fucking Mark Ballas.
Yeah, but those entertaining people are just as dumb as the boring ones.
I know, but
they're more entertaining.
Think about Rob Sesternino.
Oh,
Rob Sesternino
but they got him out immediately. Which, by the way, I said this on our Traders recap, but Rob sent us his new book that comes out May 5th, The Tribe and I Have Spoken, all about Survivor, and he's going to be coming on the pod, and I'm so excited to speak to him.
That's so exciting. Tell him I'm a huge fan.
I'm just so in admiration of the career that he has built. And by the way, you guys, Survivor 50 starts this Wednesday. If you are into reality competition series, they're going to be celebrating 50. This will be the 50th season of Survivor starting this Wednesday. And I'm really excited for that. You're going to be watching, right?
I mean, I still need to catch up on the rest of the seasons. I still have like 10 more seasons to watch before I'm caught up. And I feel like
just to be part of the conversation because you're like a pop culture person. We need to get this big.
I know, but how am I supposed to know who like this person from season 43 is? You know, like I feel like I need to watch season 43. I'm still getting caught up.
They did pick a lot of people from the last couple of seasons
from the new
to be a
era.
part of this.
Exactly. That's why I feel like I know so many of like Ozzy and why am I blanking on anyone else?
Suri.
But yeah, there are a lot of like new era players, and I'm like, I feel like I need to get acquainted with them first. But either way, I will watch it at some point because I love Survivor.
Well, back to the Olympics. The U.S. beat Canada in hockey, which was like a big deal. And also the other event we tried to watch, we don't know anything about curling, and we ended up
Why is it always on? It's always on.
Always on. And curling's one of those sports where you watch it and you're like, I think I could potentially do that. I mean, I think you're just like cleaning the ice to make sure that ball knocks the other ball out. Yeah, and I know there's probably it's insane. It's fun to watch.
I know, but I was gonna say I learned something new this Olympics about curling is that they spray. Do you know this? They spray water on the ice before curling and let it freeze, and that's why curling ice is different. It's bumpy, and so when they're scrubbing, they're trying to melt those bumps so it's smooth. So the little thing, you know.
Oh my God! Well, the Olympics, the final ceremony was today, right? It's done.
I'm sad. I'm really sad, you guys. I was like
Well,
extremely into the Olympics this year.
that's so funny. We only got into it like this last week, but we weren't even into it probably to the degree you were.
Posers.
No, I'm not saying, I'm just saying that Alyssa Liu, I got really fascinated with, and I was like studying about her, and I just thought, wow, it's just so cool for somebody to have that much poise and that much belief in themselves where it doesn't come off like,
No, zero nerves, zero nerves. She's like, I am having fun. Like, I'm doing what I love and I'm having fun doing what I love. And I actually told Christy, my Snarkbait co-host, I was like, this is the attitude that we need to have. Like, as podcasters.
Oh, yes,
Stop
but you know what I'm saying? It's not a Kanye, but it's not a Kanye confidence. It's a very beautiful confidence that she appears to have.
It's about not caring about external validation. Like, she does not give a fuck if she gets a medal or if she gets validated by anyone. It's literally...
We're doing it for the love of the game with podcasting. We're doing it for the love of the game.
Because it's really, I mean, you know what it's like to get stuck in that hamster wheel of like,
oh, yeah.
There's positive feedback and there's negative feedback, and then you internalize it and you let it inform the way that you go about your, job. And
of course.
And now I'm inspired by Alyssa Liu to basically be like, I don't do this for the validation. I literally do this because it's fun.
Yeah, I think about that all the time and especially in a world where there's so many voices right now and there's so much, we take a piece of pop culture and, not just us, like millions of people analyze every frame of something. And sometimes that can be overanalyzed where it takes the joy out of something. So you got to find a way to connect with that feeling that you had as a kid that you grew up with, that you're like, oh my God, this is why I love this. This is you got to really, and I think I overthink this all the time. You have to almost get in a Zen-like state of just trying to find that feeling. And hopefully you can communicate that feeling of love to people, or even that feeling of anger that you watch. We were talking, Sophie and I, before we started, is that I'm almost caught up on this season of Love is Blind. And I thought I wasn't going to watch it at all, but I was like, why not? Let's just keep going with it. And I finally got to the episode where that Chris douchebag throws out that he's like, hey, I date girls. I do CrossFit every day. I'm trying to date somebody that does Pilates every day. And that girl, amazing woman that was like, I'm
stunning.
I'm done.
A stunning infectious disease doctor.
This guy's 5'6" on a good day.
The mayor of Munchkinland over here. Oh my God.
Well, and I think he deleted his Instagram account, but he was using an AI avatar.
Yeah, wait, he deleted it. Oh my God,
I couldn't find. I was just looking for him before this.
I also read a Reddit thread that he has fled the state of Ohio and potentially the country. Wait, I still see his profile.
Oh, maybe I got blocked. That's his AI.
It looks nothing like him.
Fusco.
It's Fusco with a 0 as the O.
Oh, maybe that's... Yeah, but he has an AI thing that makes him look way hotter than he is at all. And one of his girlfriends made, I think, a TikTok about him saying, he doesn't pay his fair share. He keeps his bathroom like a shithole. He's just a real diva. But by the way, those are the kind of guys that Love is Blind attracts to begin with. And I was thinking in terms of the Olympics, this one takes place in Ohio or Columbus, Ohio area.
They recruited from the big three. So Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, but it takes place in Columbus when they're out back from Mexico.
It is. I do wonder, will Love is Blind eventually get like the Olympics where host cities will fight to be the host city of Love is Blind?
Oh my God.
We're trying to bring tourism back.
No, please stop embarrassing us. Because I'm Ohio. These are nice Midwesterners. That's my home state. And I
was born in Columbus.
Yeah, Ohio pride. And I could not be more ashamed. And the thing about Chris also, this guy, is that it took very light digging for a lot of people to find that he was being sued by 2 credit card companies because of the mountain of debt he was in.
$60,000 in debt.
And I get that it's hard for Love is Blind producers, I guess, to vet. They can't always know that someone has an ex-girlfriend that he was mean to or whatever.
Okay, but is it hard, or are they purposely letting these people on because they know we're going to freak out and it'll be fun?
Well, that's the thing. Fun. It's you're putting women in a situation where they're about to potentially merge finances with this person. And then also the ex-girlfriend. Did you see the TikTok where she played the scary voice call? It wasn't a voicemail.
No, I didn't see. No.
It was a phone call that she recorded, and he was so abusive, calling her a bitch, saying that he made $780,000 last year and didn't pay any
Chris?
taxes. Yeah, and saying that her only hope in life was to marry a rich doctor. That was her only hope. It's like, that's ironic because that was your only hope and you fucked that up.
Oh my God, Chris
And
might
it
be our
sounds like
president one day. Holy shit.
it sounds like he deeply hates women in like in a dangerous way. Like
Well,
he's terrifying.
I don't. Yeah, I really, really dislike that guy, and he keeps saying he was attracted to this other girl more than her. So, yeah, the other one that I really don't like is the guy that's had like 30 careers, and then
Alex.
Yeah, do you know Alex? Why are you smiling?
No, it's just like Alex. So there's something very like snake oil salesman about this Alex guy. Like he's clearly extremely inauthentic and insecure and doesn't know who he is. And you can tell when he talks, it sounds so rehearsed and he's never like telling the truth. When he was talking about, I think that like I feel kind of bad for him because he talks about having this really traumatic childhood and getting physically abused. So it's almost
and that
like
he was a mistake and his dad was,
and like no one wanted him and he was like physically abused by his stepdad. And it kind of makes me like too sad to even like snark on him, you know?
Well, I mean, I do understand that, but I thought it was interesting just even with him, how he was so hot and bothered by that girl of like, oh my God. I mean, then he was like saying, you know what, she's even not usually my normal type.
Yeah.
I'm more into this, that's
dark
actually
features.
And I'm just like, dude, like, thank you for your honesty, but my God. And then I love that scene with her dad where the dad's peppering him with questions. And he has a really, like, he's good natured. The dad is very good natured about it, but even him's just like, yeah, I think he has a weird relationship with the truth. Like he knew it immediately. Yeah. And then he's like, I love my daughter. Whoever's with my daughter is the luckiest man alive, but she doesn't have a good picker. I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah. Well, it's because he's a divorce lawyer, right? So I think he has a good radar. He's like, this person is like bullshitting.
And I don't know. I actually started enjoying the show more, but it's one of those things. Love is Blind like comes and goes in a 3-week period, and then we forget about it. And then much immediately.
You forget about everything that happened. It's deleted from your brain, and then the next season starts.
And the next one will probably have somebody worse than Chris.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it's just like rinse and repeat. And the only like
but really, I eat it up every time.
You know, I was really holding strong about because I'd watched the first couple episodes. It didn't really do anything for me. And I was like, do I want to do this? Then I figured, yeah, why not? And there's been enough entertaining scenes, but we kind of know the gig at this point. We know what's going to happen. We know that most of these men will disappoint us. And we're shocked that the women are even giving these men this much of a chance.
We already know love is not blind.
Yeah, I know. It's not an experiment anymore.
The experiment, the results have been established. But like I still fucking love it. I think that Vic and Christine, there is one couple that I think is going to get married. They seem really in love, so at least it works for some people.
Wait, I'm so bad with the names. Is Christine the girl with the really thick hair?
No. Are you thinking of Amber?
I'm thinking of the one with the daughter.
No, that's Amber and Jordan maybe could get married. I'm thinking of the ones that were sent to
Malibu instead of
Mexico. And
they have strong faith. They were both busted on weed charges when they were younger.
Is that true? I don't think.
Well, that's what they said on the scene. They both had they both got arrested.
In the pods. I always zone out in the pods episodes. The pods episodes are like the most boring. But they had a really good, because he is black and she's white, and they had a really good conversation about, she was like, how do you feel about a white woman being the mother of your children and having biracial children? And it was a very amazing conversation. And he's also a professor at Ohio State. And they just seem like genuinely down to earth and smart and normal. And all of these like Ohio State students have come out and be like, he's the best. Professor Vic, he's the best. It's like for once, this is the first time that people have come out and said positive things about a Love is Blind contestant.
Somebody has positive Reddit threads about them,
Yeah.
No, it is. But that's when you're having those deep conversations, you almost feel startled because you're used to like all the sugar of the bad, like the bad scenes and the bad people, that when you hit on a real conversation. It's almost like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this season, which I don't think you're still watching, but like Bose is going through this fertility struggle, and it's like this really real kind of thing that's happening. And then you're like, wow, that's really dark. Let me go back and talk about Amanda being a kook and a cult member. Like that's what you're attracted to rather than the real conversations of real things happening in these ladies' lives,
Right.
Okay, so speaking of, this is good or bad news, depending on, and it's so funny. I put this in my Instagram stories, and I got so many people going, "No!" Is that Vanderpump Rules did get a second season for the reboot?
I saw that. I was
and
actually really surprised. Actually, I mean, not
I
that
wasn't
surprised.
surprised at all.
I know
Yeah.
a lot of people are actually like, I didn't give up on it. I am just behind on it by a lot of episodes, but I'm gonna like catch up with it eventually. I didn't hate it, but a lot of people hated it at first and then just said like, bear with it gets better.
Well, I wasn't surprised because I'm saying like, oh, the quality of the show was the best I've ever seen. I just thought I knew it was going to get a second season just because they have the infrastructure. You know, it's like they've invested in this cast.
They have the most valuable IP.
Yeah, the intellectual
outside of
prop.
Harry Potter.
No, I mean seriously. Which, by the way, I did actually pull something about the most valuable franchises. Vanderpump Rules wasn't on there, but I'm like, yeah, they can like make this show for cheap. They do not pay any of these people any sort of money except for Lisa Vanderpump.
Wait,
so they can make these shows.
They're paying the cast, aren't they?
But not in the way that they were paying
not
the old
in a substantial way,
cast,
right?
Where they were getting like six figures. These people are barely getting like some people were probably getting low five figures. Like it's not a lot.
I was going to say
season.
Like 4 figures, 3.
I mean, I remember like the pandemic season talking to somebody that actually, I believe it was Jasmine, who now is on The Valley, but they had wanted her to come on Vanderpump Rules, and she was doing real estate at the time. I think she's still doing real estate, but she said something of like, yeah, they tried to say I would get 4 figures for this season, but that I would make up for it in brand deals, and she was just like, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it.
4 figures.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that crazy though? Because
no, like well, don't get me wrong. It's just like funny to put it that way when you know what like the main players were making.
I know. I mean, and they were making a lot of money at that time. Speaking of that, the Valley season 2 trailer dropped this week. What did you think? Did you watch that?
I mean, outside of Lala, I am excited. Like, I actually like forgot how excited this show makes me, especially without Jax. Like, I was thoroughly entertained by the trailer.
That's really good to hear. Like, I wasn't disappointed in the trailer, but it didn't, there was nothing in it that grabbed me where I was like, no.
I'm like, what even happened in the trailer? It seems like Luke and Kristen might be having some issues.
Sexual issues, potentially. But remember, she just gave birth. That's obviously potentially very real. And then you had Brittany getting her sparkle back. Leave my sparkle back. And she's dating that one dude that we already know she's broken up with.
Yeah.
And then we have Lala there. Michelle and Jesse are fighting still. They go on a cast trip. They go on some cast trip where like Michelle takes her top off and Jesse says, hey, let's see how that helps your real estate career. And then Tom Schwartz like flirts with Michelle potentially. I don't know.
And Danny Bucco goes 4 under 4.
4 under 4. Yeah. I'm by Magic Mountain. All right. I don't know. Like the Lala said she wants everybody to get along. I mean, you know, it was nice to see everybody, but I'm really curious. Like there was nothing where I was like, holy shit, that's surprising the hell out of me.
Yeah. I mean, Tom Schwartz also, I can't even remember like what his he had like one line in the trailer. I feel like I'm going to be entertained no matter what with this group.
Oh, yeah. Like, no, it was just one of those things where it wasn't like, there was not one moment of that trailer where I was like, oh my God, that's mind blowing. Yeah. Like, remember when we saw the trailer last season and Jax was like being such an asshole idiot that you were like, oh, that's insane. There was no insane moments, which is probably great for the overall
You want
series.
another kid? Act like a mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, you
ain't no angel either, sweetheart.
You didn't get super excited by 4 under 4.
4 under 4. No, by the way, I think it's a good sign if you're not overly excited by the trailer, because sometimes they'll like pack the trailer and then the season like is dumb as hell.
Yeah.
So that comes out April 1st, I believe, which is potentially a weird day on April Fool's Day to release something new, right? And by the way, that, you know, what's crazy is our daughter will be born like right around that time period. So she'll be here for the 3rd season of The Valley. We'll bring her into a world where the 3rd season of The Valley exists.
I feel like
how crazy is that?
That's what we call beshert in the Jewish religion. Meant to be, it's destiny. Just like my nephew being born when Scandival happened.
I remember that.
Can you believe Miles, my nephew, is about to be 3? It's crazy.
God, we spent this. We had like a 4-hour CPR, a baby CPR class today, and like other emergencies. And we, they teach you how to do CPR on babies and like how to do tourniquets. I mean, it's really
Are you
mind-blowing.
ready? Are you feeling prepared?
You got to do 30 compressions on the baby's chest. No, I mean, it was, I mean, I don't think you ever feel prepared, but it was very sobering to be in a room full of women about to give birth, all learning how to save your kids if disaster strikes. Like
the worst case scenario.
Oh, yeah. Like they're choking on something. And I was just like, this is insane. And then realizing that sobering realization of like, oh, I have to keep this baby alive. I have to keep her alive for the rest of my life.
And that's like on you.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I don't think anybody out there would be like, I would totally trust Ryan to knock this out of the park. And you can't screw it up. Like there's no option.
Yeah, but you know what? I trust Rebecca, so.
Yeah, I do too. But my other book I got is Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters, Sophie. I don't know if your dad read this.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. And then this guy's throwing his little child in the air, which I don't even know if I'll have the strength to throw my child in the air. But
that makes me emotional. That's really sweet, especially because my dad is a girl dad. I only have a sister. He only has daughters, and like there's something so
I love
special.
Your dad, yeah.
It's just like a special like daddy daughter girl dad thing. Like
yeah, I'm so excited to see how we relate with each other.
Oh my god, now I'm gonna cry. It feels so real that you're like about to become a dad.
It would be great if this whole thing was a prank. It was just like an elaborate April Fool's Day prank that we've been
doing. Wait, who? Didn't Hilaria Baldwin like
Ilaria?
maybe? Yeah, Ilaria maybe wear like a one of those fake
Rebecca's Ilaria Baldwin truther in the fact that she thinks that
she used all surrogates.
That she used all surrogates.
Yeah, and that's why she was like hot immediately after giving birth. And like doing like upside down like yoga poses.
And dummy me, where I was just like, okay, yeah, she gave birth, she does yoga, she immediately bounced back. I didn't even think twice about it. But Rebecca was like, no, this is all all
like
surrogates.
You and Rebecca are like pulling this off right now. Like Rebecca looked at Ilaria and was like, inspo. She's gonna be doing like downward dogs handstands.
Yeah, oh my god. She's so excited to get this baby out though. She feels so gross right now in this like last 5 weeks, and I just feel for her because it's so hard for her. It's like just getting hard for her to move.
You're gonna have 1 under 1.
1 under 1, Danny. I got 1 under 1, bro. What do you suggest, man? Oh, speaking of something that actually I'm really loving that makes me feel good, even though it's tragic, is that the 4th episode of Love Story, the JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette on Hulu. You can get it on Disney Plus.
Loving it, by the way.
Love it. Like Ryan Murphy, a broken clock is wrong, right? Twice a day.
Because he wasn't involved.
Yeah, you told us that last week, and you're right. Like he wasn't involved.
Let's make that clear. He had nothing to do with us other than executive producing it.
It makes me long for a time that I was, I think I was probably in Arizona during this time, so I wasn't in New York, but it makes you long for a simpler time of the 90s.
Yes,
where even Rebecca grew up. She grew up in New York City, and she was just like, oh, it used to be, it was so beautiful. Like, she did all her memories.
Yeah, I mean, like, working in the fashion industry in the 90s, like, you see, like, there's no computer on the desks. Like, it's just, life seems so simple. They're using like what are they called? Payphones, I guess. I'm like, what are you going to call them?
What do they call them? They call them payphones, Sophie.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you long for a time that we can't ever go back to.
I know.
And they do a really good job of capturing that. Other than there are like a few lines. I was reading a Twitter thread about some of the anachronistic lines that have been used. Like
what?
You're my person. And someone was like, that's Grey's Anatomy coined that phrase. And then also one of JFK's friends after meeting Carolyn goes, she's a real one.
Well, listen, we said cheesy things in the 90s. Come on. I buy
sure.
It. So I highly recommend it. It's something completely different. And by the way, one of our listeners, Christina, sent me these 2 books on JFK Jr. and Fairy Tale Interrupted, and I can't wait to dig into these.
I just started reading Once Upon a Time by Elizabeth Bessel, I think it is.
Yeah. That's the 3rd book about this, right?
Yeah.
It's so many more.
Basically Carolyn Bessette's biography. And it is really, really, really interesting to learn about her backstory. She basically was always just like a really kind person and always so beautiful. She would walk into every room and people were like, "Who is that?"
Yeah.
And she also didn't come from like this blue-blooded old money background. She came from, divorced parents, upper middle class, but it wasn't like the Kennedys. And I think maybe like he never introduced her to Jackie O because he was worried that Jackie O wouldn't approve.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, Jackie O, just to think what she's been through and how many women at that point JFK Jr. was with. But did you know that her family did a wrongful death suit against them for they got like $15 million after the plane accident?
It was
plane
pure, it was pure hubris. Is that how you pronounce it?
Hubris.
Hubris.
It
I'm
is
like,
hubris as well.
That's a word that I just like read and never say out loud. It was pure hubris. He had a broken foot. They left at like 8:30 p.m. and it was summer, so like he had some sunlight, but he ended up taking the shortcut that brought them away from the coastline. It was like
and there was no visibility. Yeah,
no visibility. There were so many things, so many bad choices were made. And his instructor offered to go with him and he said no. And it just so many bad decisions. It makes you wonder. It's like, I don't think it was like a suicide mission, or was he just being not like intentionally, or was he just more laissez-faire about potentially dying because his marriage was falling apart and his business was falling apart?
I mean, that's interesting, but I will say he did seem like every photo I see of this man, he has a different part of his body bandaged up. He must have gotten into bike accidents all the time.
And
he's wearing wrist brace, leg braces.
He literally did. He was constantly he was just this daredevil because he had never faced any consequences for anything in his life. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to disparage him and act like he was like a bad guy or did this intentionally. He had a lot of gonads because imagine growing up and you are the center of the world. You are literally the center of the universe. You have never been told no. You get whatever you want, even passing the bar. His mom apparently he finally passed the bar because there were a lot of concessions made for him.
Kim Kardashian's like, shout out, what up?
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, and also, pretty privilege. We talk about that with Rob Roush a lot, is that this man, I can even go, this guy is, Carolyn Bessette also stunning, but just a gorgeous man. And the way he wore the clothes, not the way the clothes wore him. I read some tweet or something where somebody was like, all you people trying to dress your boyfriends like this, your boyfriends aren't JFK Jr.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
Stop. Yeah. And then all of a sudden people are posting TikToks of guys in the West Village that are wearing the
beanies.
And they're trying to be JFK Jr. It's like, no, you can't pull it off. But it's funny. I saw a tweet the other day that was like, it's honestly really sad. It's sad for a lot of reasons, obviously, but JFK Jr. would have still been fine shit today.
Oh God, he would. He's one of those guys that
he would have been Richard Gere.
By the way, he would have been on the Traitors. It would have been like JFK Jr. on the No, I shit you not. That's where we would have got JFK Jr. would have wound up on Dancing with the Stars. He would have done a lot of amazing work. He never would have gotten into politics the way his dad did.
And I don't think that him and Carolyn would still be together had this plane crash never happened. I don't think they would.
It seemed like they were having. Yeah, you're probably right. You know what's so not eerie, but also just so creepy is remember QAnon, you guys, which by the way, you guys are awfully quiet now that the undercover pedophile ring has been out there. QAnon, part of their conspiracy was that JFK Jr. was still alive, and they said it was this one guy that looks nothing like JFK Jr. Did you ever read this about QAnon? That part of it was that JFK Jr. was working with Donald Trump. It's well documented.
I actually was just thinking about this because this is my hyperfixation right now is JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, like everyone else. I was like, I bet there's some QAnon theory that the plane never crashed. I was like, fucking idiots.
Type in QAnon JFK Jr. Your mind will be blown. This has been around since 2019.
People are so stupid.
Yes. And you got to see a picture of the guy that they thought was JFK Jr. It's hysterical. They're like, he was disfigured and now he looks like this. And people were so apt to believe it. I don't know. The world is truly mad, which by the way, I got to get off this TikTok because I'm so into the Epstein stuff and it's just infuriating. But did you see the lady in Quebec that looks exactly like Ghislaine Maxwell?
No.
Oh my God. I reposted it last night. Just watch it.
You don't think it's actually her, do you?
after watching the interview of her in prison and the way her facial features are completely different, like there is natural growth in your nose and your ears and things. But if you look, I don't know, you guys,
Oh God, another conspiracy theory. No.
I don't want to do this, but I read more and more of these emails. It's just so disgusting and gross. And like Prince Andrew is like taken in for questioning. Like they take it seriously overseas, and we seem like we just kind of make a big joke about it, you know?
Yeah. Like when Prince Andrew got arrested, I was like, okay, when are we doing everyone else over here?
Yeah. And we've always said, I don't care if it's the Democrats, Republicans. I mean, the whole point is like kids, like we're trying to, anyways.
Yeah.
I'll get off this. Sorry, guys. Also, just to touch on this briefly, it is very sad. We lost actor Eric Dane last week. Celebrity deaths, I mean, they've been so constant, from James Van Der Beek to Robert Duvall, the actor. But Eric Dane passed away at 53 years old.
sad.
He bravely fought ALS. It was less than a year. He was diagnosed in April of 2025.
No, I'm just going to correct you.
Yeah, please.
He was diagnosed in 2024. He came out publicly in 2025.
Okay, April of 2025.
But it was under 2 years from being diagnosed to his death.
I just didn't realize that. I mean, I knew it was a devastating illness that had no cure, but I didn't know it could take you that quickly. And then Patrick Dempsey, he had said that he had been texting with Eric Dane and communicating with him, and that it was getting hard for him to swallow. Is that ALS takes away those bodily functions?
Yeah, but
nerves,
you are fully
cognizant in your mind.
It is such a nightmarish, horrible disease because again, you are fully cognizant in your mind, but you lose all of your motor skills slowly.
What a nightmare.
But surely. It's a nightmare. It's so devastating. And
so beautiful, so just like a physical specimen. And that's why it's like, there's no...
And but he said, the hardest thing for him, I didn't watch his last words on Netflix because
that's what I wanted to mention. Yeah.
I can't I saw clips and I was like, I can't watch this. It's too devastating. But obviously his daughters meant the world to him. And his biggest regret in all of this, obviously, is leaving his daughters without their dad. Oh my God, we were just talking about girl dads. Oh my God, I'm going to cry again.
Well, what is kind of interesting, and people, because we kind of fight about everything now, was that Netflix immediately released this Netflix special, Famous Last Words, Eric Dane. It's a 50-minute documentary featuring his final emotional interview. It was recorded in November of 2025. It was with Brad Falchuk, who is Gwyneth Paltrow's husband and is also one of the producers of Glee. And he gives an emotional, direct-to-the-camera message to his two daughters. And a lot of people were like, this is so disgusting, Netflix.
People are so stupid.
I'm like, dude, first off, it's eerie in the fact that they had this ready to go for his death. Sure. But he got a nice paycheck out of this that he could give directly to his daughters. And he was able to tell them messages that he might not have been able to tell them in person that they will have forever. So I don't know. I get that it's...
Tell the world about ALS.
Yes.
This is what he wanted to do. It's not
his daughters, Billy and Georgia.
This was his choice. Yeah, Billy and Georgia. This was his choice. Rebecca Gayheart, they had separated, and then when he was diagnosed, she rescinded her divorce
petition for divorce.
And everyone was like, "Oh my God, I wonder why." Gold digger. People are so insane. I really can't take how stupid people are. Oh yeah, gold digger. No, a man that she was married to and fathered her children is dying, and she cares about him. You fucking idiots.
Exactly. But also, I think, we've always talked about this fallacy where if you are blessed to be an actor of note or a musician or something, you automatically assume this person is a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
And that unfortunately is not the case. But it points out, once again, this kind of glaring hole, this glaring shithole that our health system is in, is that, yes, nobody can afford healthcare, even actors that you would think are, we already talked about the James Van Der Beek GoFundMe, and then they started a GoFundMe for his two daughters, and I noticed that has not moved. I was like, man, James Van Der Beek got all the GoFundMe money. Eric Dane's GoFundMe is kind of moving slowly. I think it's raised around $300,000, which is nothing to, shirk at.
Mean, I think also it's people are like, is this the new trend? That celebrities are going to set up GoFundMes for their families?
Well, I mean, it's a horrific trend because at the end of the day, if you get a good GoFundMe, they don't automatically come back to life. They're always going to be dead, and I think that's the horrific part. But I do find it interesting that people were complaining about this Netflix special, and I get that it's eerie that they released it right after he died. But, this was with full permission from Eric Dane, full permission from his family. And it was like Sophie said, I started watching it. I started watching clips and I couldn't do it. I think it makes you think about your own mortality, your own family. So I was like, I'll put that aside for another time. But
And
he is
also,
in the season 3 of Euphoria.
Yeah, he is. And they accommodated, he was wheelchair bound during filming and they accommodated him.
I'm so curious what they'll do with his character.
Yeah.
He had such intense scenes in the second season when he confronts he confronts his son Jacob Elordi about the shit I discovered on your computer. He was so good in that role.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's ALS is just a horrible, horrible disease. And the fact that it's 90% of the time, it's just random. It's not genetically, there's no way to detect it before you suddenly have symptoms. And that's not to scare people. It's just the reality. It's just a devastating, devastating disease. And it makes me too upset.
Okay, so let's get off that and well, actually I did. This isn't sad, but I want to say something else that I've fallen in love with, and I don't know why it took me this long to get into it. Do you watch Apple TV's Shrinking?
No.
Jason
I watch Hijack though on Apple TV
with Idris Elba.
Yeah, do you?
I don't watch that. I mean, but I will say I'm starting to dip in to dip into all of these shows that I really didn't give a shot, and I'm loving Shrinking. You guys, they just started the third season a couple weeks ago. Harrison Ford is phenomenal. Jason Segel, Jessica Williams, she used to be on The Daily Show. She's fantastic. There's nobody bad on that show. And yes, it's a little pie in the sky. It's a little hokey, but right now I really enjoy it. If you're looking for something positive, an overall positive family message, but really kind of hysterically funny, try out Shrinking. I know I'm late to the game on this one. I did want to bring up something.
Hijack. Try out Hijack.
Hijack by Idris Elba. But by the way, I would actually not laugh at Hijack because Idris Elba's a phenomenal actor. That dude's
so good.
Awesome.
He's so good. And I was so curious how they were going to do season 2, because season 1 was about a plane being hijacked.
It wasn't about hijack? Okay.
Yeah, a plane was hijacked. I mean, you guessed it.
Yeah, sorry. Spoiler alert. Guys, if you don't want to be spoiled, do not read the title of this TV show.
Spoiler alert, a plane is hijacked and Idris Elba is the hero. So I'm like, how are they going to what are the odds that he's on 2 hijacked planes? I'll watch it, but what are the odds? And they have a very different plot this season. It's still hijacking related. It's a totally different plot. And I'm actually really liking the season. It was a little slow in the first few episodes, but now I'm very into it.
So could it be if the first one was like a hijacked plane, could the second season be he hijacks a date? He's
so
yo,
you're actually not
here.
Far off. You're actually not far off.
Okay, I'm in. He's
basically it takes. I'm not going to spoil it. You guys are just gonna have to watch it.
Okay, Hijack, Apple TV. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about this. Vanity Fair released this article this week talking about the future of the talk show, and they took a lot of your internet creators and podcasters and says this is the future of the talk show. And so you had Chicken Shop Date, you had
Jake Shane.
Your friend Jake Shane. You had Z-Way.
Brittany
Broski, Las Culturistas. So you had all of these people, and I found this very interesting because obviously the talk show is really dying. I mean, Colbert is going to be off the air in May.
And they're being censored by our government.
They're being censored because it's part of the Federal Communications Commission with the broadcast license. And the internet does not have that yet, but let's see where we are in 2 years from now. So they're saying this is the new talk show. And I had so many thoughts about this, but since you are an internet creator yourself, and in a sense, we are all doing these kind of ham radio talk shows in a sense. What do you think about this? Because you are more of an internet kid than I am.
I mean, am I? Yeah.
You consume the internet way much more than I do,
Probably.
Or in a more sophisticated way.
I mean, I just think it comes at a really bad time because, like I said, we are watching our actual late night show hosts being censored by our government. So it's I don't know. It didn't really land for me. Not that these people aren't talented and great, but to call them the future of late night,
It's well,
It's like these
it's a
late night shows still exist, and they're actually being, like,
and
censored.
Bo and Yang actually to bring that up in the article, which I appreciated, but I thought it's like kind of a splashy thing to get people to talk about it when in reality, these are so far from, I mean, like they're not talk shows at all. In fact, we watched, Rebecca and I watched the Whitney Levitt interview on Z-Way on YouTube this week. Whitney
Oh,
Levitt
yeah,
from Supervisor Mormon
it was
Wives.
bad. It made her
It
look
was
really
bleak.
bad.
Guys, it was bleak.
She didn't know what a stop and frisk was.
Oh, you guys, she didn't. But it's almost not her fault because it just shows about education, whether it be sex education, whether it be history in schools. She didn't know. Like the first penis she saw was when she watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall and saw Jason Segel's penis. That was the first penis she saw, and she didn't even know. She doesn't know when she sees movies what the inside jokes are. She said, "Oh, I'm watching the new Ryan Murphy show," because she was like, "What other R-rated movies have you seen?" And she's like, "Well, I watch the Ashton Kutcher Ryan Murphy show that's out right now." And Seaway's like, "That's a TV show. That's not R-rated. It's a TV show." But she doesn't know so much. And it was, I once again, with the Z-Way, I love Z-Way. She is so hysterical, but I do wonder, like, why does anybody agree to go on her show?
Right. Well,
Well, I
that's the
mean,
thing.
like,
It's like,
for real.
Z-Way's whole premise is that she is making people uncomfortable, and it's supposed to, and oftentimes they're in on the joke, right? So, like, it
Yeah.
works. But, like, with Whitney,
They know they know who Z-Way is for the most part.
exactly. With Whitney Levitt, it's like, she's clearly not in on the joke, and she just looks really bad, especially after having such a good stretch of success and good press. It's like, why? I just think it was very ill-advised that she went on Z-Way.
Well, I mean, it didn't. To me, it wasn't a career ender, but it was once again a reminder that's what I think. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is such an interesting watch because it's all of these people that have like 3 or 4 kids. They're under 25. They really don't know anything about anything, and then they're fighting over like brand campaigns and social media. Like, and Whitney, I thought she was so talented on Dancing with the Stars. And by the way, they just extended her run on Broadway on Chicago. Huge sales, so congratulations to her. But it was just so alarming to find out all the things she didn't know. And then the one thing she asked, like, because obviously her husband, who she is still with, had like some Tinder potential grinder things, or like there was a porn addiction that he had bravely talked about. But she was like, did you ever look at the porn he watched? And she was like, no, it's better that I don't know. It's better that I don't know. And Rebecca found that extremely dark because it was, I believe there was, gay elements to that whole situation.
And it sounds like they more or less confirmed that on the show that he had a 100%. Grinder account.
Yeah.
So yeah,
but if Henry was, I mean, would you go and want to check?
Bring my innocent husband into this.
No, you know how I feel about Henry. I'm just saying, would you? Now, I can't use you as an example.
Say it. You already started.
No, I'm just saying, if all this, would you want to see exactly what one of your ex-boyfriends saw at the time? Like, this is what he was looking at.
Honestly, no.
Yeah, I told Rebecca the same thing, and Rebecca was like, "No, I want to see it."
I don't want to know. Like, I will just be so, like, no matter what it is, I'll be like, ugh,
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I just don't want to know. Like, everyone has their own personal preferences when it comes to porn.
But it seems like he was honest. I mean, he got caught, and now he's honest.
Yeah, he was honest. He got caught, and then he was honest. So, but I mean, yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. It's like a 22-minute watch, but this was also another point was that these aren't talk show. Like, I mean, like we're used to the talk show format that's like an hour every night. These people are producing like a 20-minute clip or like, I know Chicken Shop Date is different. And I know Brittany Broski does an hour podcast.
Can someone explain to me like Jake Shane's appeal? I'm sorry.
Listen,
but, like, that's not
I know what
it
is.
Show.
He's okay. Listen, I know have had a long-standing beef with Jake Shane, but my thing is
one-sided beef.
But my thing is he comes off to me extremely likable. I know he's a Nepo baby, but what I love is that he's using his Nepo baby to like do a podcast and hang out with to interview Hailey Bieber. I'm like, I can deal with that. Like it's like he genuinely does make me laugh on some of his little bits and stuff. Like I find other internet celebrities way more annoying than Jake Shane, but By the way, he's on Broadway right now. Is he off Broadway? He's doing a play right now?
I saw that he's gonna be in some
No,
Broadway
he started last week. He's with that guy with Succession, Nicholas Braun. That you also...
Nicholas Braun is... also hate Nicholas Braun, but Nicholas Braun is obviously worse than Jake Shane because he has accusations of being a creep. Yeah, I don't know. I just I don't like find him like funny or interesting or captivating or anything. And I'm like, I don't understand like why he's like literally everywhere. Like now he's on Netflix. Like I don't understand, but everyone has their own personal preferences.
I just don't think these are talk shows. Like talk shows are people that go out there every night, or like that's what I always impressed me as a kid was like Letterman, Carson, like even Arsenio Hall. All of these people, they were doing this nightly. Like, and there was something to it of like, man, they were like so many people doing this every night, and now these are like Z-Way. It was highly produced. It was great to watch, but it was like a 23-minute
like internet. It's like a little clip that goes on the internet. You know,
it's not the same. So specifically edited, but I was like, well, I love that this exists. I just hope that this isn't the future of late night.
Yeah. Also, apparently Z-Way, when she posted the Vanity Fair cover,
article?
Was it a cover article?
There was a big there was a big photo shoot. I don't think it was a cover,
she tagged everyone except Brittany Broski, which made people think that there's maybe beef between Z-Way and Brittany Broski. So something to look out for.
Or did she just forget? I've done that before where I've just forgotten to tag somebody.
I don't know. People were speculating because she tagged literally everyone else. So
what could you have beef with Brittany Broski about?
I don't know.
Wow, we'll find out. That's great. By the way, that is kind of like late night because back in the day, like Leno used to fight with Letterman all the time. Like there was like this crazy shit. Oh, also, guys, Bonnie Blue, the porn star, is now pregnant. Did you see this?
I just saw that.
She just slept with 400 guys the other day and made a video being shocked that she has found out she is pregnant and she does not know how that happened, even though she did have unprotected sex with about 400 men. And she appears to be caught off guard. She says, guys, I am definitely pregnant, like fully pregnant. So I'm going to have to go ask ChatGPT what to do next because I'm actually not quite sure. I don't know. So she uses Craig Conover's therapist.
Oh my God.
Pregnancy advice.
Can we stop with that, you guys?
Oh, I thought you meant talking about Craig Conover, but yeah.
No. Well, that too. But I mean, please stop seeking professional help from ChatGPT. There are professionals for this.
Oh my God. Well, it's so funny. So I was on Shenanigans, Sheena's podcast on Friday, and she, she's very sweet. She gave us a bunch of baby toys from like Summer Moon, which I was like, I'm not giving these to my baby. I'm going to sell them on the internet and put my baby through college.
Oh my God.
But she was saying that Summer Moon asks, what she calls chat, like ask ChatGPT for everything because she's so curious. Like, oh, tell me about the stars. Tell me about this. And I was like, well, I understand that, but like, I don't want to be going to ChatGPT for advice on how to raise my child at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could just use Google for that if I was going to go the internet's way. But everybody really is depending on these sort of AI generated services, even though, I think the data centers are insane. It's taking away like water in a certain sense if you really look into it. So it's really infuriating, I think. You feel the same way.
Yeah, it is. It actually scares me how much it's going to erode our society over time. And I know that sounds dramatic, but
or even just critical thinking.
Yeah, people are using their brains less and will continue to use their brains less and less until, you hit middle age and all of a sudden you can't remember anything. It's because you've turned off your brain 20 years ago.
Because you've given that license to this computer to do all of your thinking for you, and then you just read the results.
Scary. It's exactly. You are outsourcing thinking. Like, that is terrifying to me. And I hope everyone else is terrified about this too. Of course, there are like definitely like I'm not acting like I'm like totally above ChatGPT. Like my coworkers and I talk about using it for brainstorming, like brainstorming stuff. Like it's not that I am totally against. I mean, I am. Our lives would be better if it didn't exist. But I'm saying that the people that depend on it to think for them and do literally everything, that scares me.
I did try to use it once about a pop culture thing. And this was like, God, it was a long time ago. And immediately I was like, oh, well, first off, this is wrong. And I can think of 10 examples that this is not giving me. So I was just like, oh, this isn't good for what I do. Like, this is not helping. And so then I just went to Google, like I was like, this is not helping any of my memory.
One time I was like, can you give me like 10 famous quotes from like famous fashion designers?
And it was all Jake Shane quotes.
Basically all made up. They were literally all fake quotes that it was presenting as fact.
Because then what I notice it does, it bullshits you and it says, what a great question. That's fascinating and something totally up your alley. Like, it'll like gas you up. And it reminded me of when Kim Kardashian said she uses ChatGPT about law things and the ChatGPT was just kissing Kim's ass. And I'm like, of course you want, because it's another person that kisses your ass, Kim. Like, this is ridiculous.
That's exactly why Craig uses it for therapy. It tells him exactly what he wants to hear.
Chat, Paige wasn't that bad. Paige was horrible, Craig. You are the real man. You are so cool with your sewing. As we start winding down here, I think Southern Charm, I'm still loving it. I think Austin's lying through his teeth that he wasn't going to hook up with Sally. He's like, I've never thought about making out with Sally.
Okay, you know what?
If you're are you about to stand up for Sally right now?
No, not Sally. Austin. Ugh. Like, I do think that Austin has a conscience about this whole Audrey and Sally thing. Like, he literally said, he was like, Audrey did not like Sally because Sally came on to me and was, clearly trying to like get a piece of this while I was with Audrey. So for me to just immediately break up with Audrey and then go hook up with Sally would be a slap in the face. And I think that was a genuine, like, I think that he is. Unless he's saying
that for the camera to be like, I understand, but I have no plans to do that.
I don't think Austin is as, and maybe
you can still have a conscience and still want to hook up with somebody that you shouldn't.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. Sally is so...
Dude, Sophie,
so thirsty.
Rebecca's been recapping Southern Charm, and then we were reading some pod recaps from Sally this week, and she was on Gia Giudice's, and she, you know how like she says Craig made her get those chickens, and she bit the chicken coop in the backyard. Did you find out what happened to the chickens?
No, I'm scared.
Get this. You know what? I'm going to read it to you.
Did she eat them?
Yeah, I said Andy pulls them out. Instead of a celebratory shot, he has these little mini chicken nuggets. And then Sally's like, you just ate the chickens, Craig. No, this is from Vanderpod Recaps. They do the Lord's work in
Please tell me they're okay. Please tell me they're okay.
For the most part. Okay, but just read this. This is from Gia Giudice's Casual Chaos. And, oh, wait. Did she delete? Sorry, guys. Here it is. Okay. Do you still have those chickens? And Sally goes, I do not have my chickens. Gia goes, no, they're gone. And Sally goes, no, they are gone. My mama took them to the farm, so they're living their best lives, except for Popcorn.
What happened to Popcorn?
Popcorn died. He got eaten by a snake. The guy tried to cut the chicken out of the snake, but he didn't survive. Popcorn was the worst one. It was the one Craig picked out, and he named it, so Popcorn had to go. It's the direct quote. Popcorn had to go.
That makes me so upset, you guys. The whole thirstiness aside, the fact that there are animals involved, I am upset. I don't like.
I gotta listen to it because I was like, maybe it's
like you, Sally.
I've gotta listen to the voice because like maybe it was like this like jokey. But how is it jokey if you said we cut Popcorn out of a snake and it died and then was like, but Popcorn had to go. It was the one Craig chose. That is dark shit. Maritza, I'm making a video. I had Maritza make. You remember that image of like dog 2019 to 2019 from Vanderpump Rules?
Yeah.
When Schwartz lost the lizard.
Yeah, the lizard.
I had Maritza change that to Popcorn.
Oh my
2025
God.
to 2025.
It makes me so upset.
I'm sorry. So
I'm like extra emotional today. Everything's making me cry. Like
I'm actually upset multiple times this
I know.
episode.
I'm gonna cry about Popcorn. Like I'm actually gonna cry.
But like, how dark is that to say Popcorn had to go? It was the one that Craig chose.
Like, fuck you, Sally. I'm sorry. Like,
and then she keeps wanting like people to like validate her and say she's a girl's girl. I'm like, this is becoming insane because I feel like I do hate the word gaslighting, but I feel like I see it very clearly. And then I trust Rodrigo, and Rodrigo seems to be good friends with her. So I'm like, she can't be all that bad. But at the same time, she comes off horrible.
Weird. Rodrigo's really weird.
What?
When he's like, "Are you gonna wear a bikini that covers
Oh,
your
your
nipples? Are
nips?
your nipples big?" Like, what are you talking about? It's weird and creepy, and also I feel like he's always drunk, which, like, they all kind of are, but, like,
Come
I don't
on.
know. I don't know. I don't like him
And,
this season, at
okay.
least.
Well, so Southern Charm, then what was Summer House. So we'll finish on Kyle, man. Kyle, another bad episode for Kyle Cook.
Yeah.
Even though he's in Kansas DJing, and I believe he is doing a crossover with the McBee Dynasty crew out there in Kansas.
Is he really?
I believe that's what's happening, right? Or it happened this weekend.
I saw a picture of the venue on Twitter or Reddit. I can't remember, and apparently it was like empty.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't know. What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
Oh my God, we were talking about Epstein.
Oh, oh my God, that scared me. It was my phone. Mayor Mamdani has issued a state of emergency for New York City. A travel ban is in effect beginning at 9 p.m. due to dangerous blizzard conditions.
Yeah, I forgot to say that at the very beginning was at Sophie's boots on the grounds for the great blizzard of 2026. And Sophie did tell me that she has food. She's safe, you guys. I mean, I'm sure you could send her some like Grubhub if you want to, but are you because it's supposed to be all week. So you're ready.
Henry is on a work trip, so it's just me and Bax, but we're good. I went grocery shopping yesterday. Wait, that scared me. That was so funny. We were like, "What is that?" I was like,
"Dude, that made my heart just jump." I mean, like I was really
like, I think
scared
it's because I had my over-ear headphones on. I was like, "Is that the fire alarm?" Like, where is it coming from? It was literally from my phone next to me. It was from my phone.
Anyways, Kyle had another bad week, and I'm like, we're only 3 episodes in, and it'll be really interesting. Like, I mean, it's just very sad. The conversations are really fascinating where, Kyle says he's not going to go hard on Saturday, and then he gets to bed at 5 and goes, "I'm just at a loss. I don't know what happened to us." I'm like, dude, you're getting into bed at 5 a.m. Like after you just had a conversation the day before about you going out.
Yeah. He's like, "I don't know what you want from me." And she was like, "Kyle, for you to stop drinking." And he's like, I don't know. It's impossible. It's impossible to figure out what you want from me.
I've never been in a bedroom with Amanda Batula, but I even know not to wake Amanda Batula. Like, I even know enough that if it's past a certain time of night, do not wake her up. And
also,
Kyle still wakes her up.
The fact that she only smokes, she gets high after 10:30 p.m., and that's a problem to him. He's like, but you never want to talk about stuff after you smoke. And she's like, "'Cause it's 10:30, I'm going to bed." And also she's like, "I'm going to bed." And he's like, "All by yourself?" And she's like, "I always go to bed by myself."
And he goes,
so sad.
He goes, and she goes, "And I only smoke after I take the dogs out on their last walk." And it made me sound like she's like the primary dog walker, which I also think was kind of dark. I was like, why don't you split that dog walking shit up?
Well, also, especially, I mean, as a couple that lives in New York City at night, I feel like oftentimes Henry's like, "It's dark out. I'm gonna take the dog out. Like, I don't want you like out at night by yourself." And Baxter, like, I feel safe where I live and I walk Baxter at night all the time. But Henry, I like that my husband is like, "You know what? I'm gonna take the dog. It's dark out."
100%.
Like, I don't know. He's just watching this season, it's almost cathartic for all of us as viewers because we know it's the last.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, finally they're like, it's always like, yeah, thank God that they're getting divorced.
See, like, I got some shit because I'm like, I do like Kyle. I don't like them together, but why can't he see it? Like, why can't, he's not dumb. Why can't he see this? I don't understand.
I just think him and Amanda were two hot people that were attracted to each other. And they thought that that's all a marriage needed.
By the way, this is my love story. This is my JFK Jr. Carolyn Bessette, Amanda and Kyle.
Next season. Can we actually do a petition for that?
Oh my God, we got to make that meme, right? I'll tag you that Ryan Murphy's love story, and it's Kyle.
Will you collab with me on it?
Kyle just being like, "I don't know what's up with us," and him just dancing in his boxers by the pool.
And the paparazzi shots leak of the set, and everyone's like, "That hair color is not Amanda Batula."
we put it to this is no ordinary love. The Sade song. God. That's brilliant. Brilliant. What's coming up on Snarkbait this week? Because on you have Dark Energy Tuesday, but Thursday, who are we doing the episode about?
We're doing a deep dive on Nina Dobrev. There's been a lot of yacht girl allegations,
See,
so we are.
You were the one
that
told me for the first time because I really didn't study at all about yacht girls, but you were, I think, the first person that I found out that Nina Dobrev was alleged yacht girl. And then I just saw before we started, Demois posted photos of Nina Dobrev on a yacht with Selena Gomez. So does that mean she's hired as a yacht girl, or is that just a free yacht?
I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of unclear, but it is. Just listen to our episode. We get into it. So
okay, so you explain everything I need to know about Nina Dobrev and the yacht girl rumors.
Yes, on our episode on Thursday.
But there's no hard proof that she's a yacht girl, right?
Like, just listen to the
no,
episode,
I just want to know, like, if you have
there isn't.
I need proof.
It's purely, what has been in the Hollywood rumor mill for quite some time.
I wonder if she's got to know that there's rumors out there that she's a yacht girl, right? There's got to be, like...
Oh, I'm sure.
You've got to know, right?
I mean, like, she's constantly on Demois, on a yacht, and also, like, on Demois and getting papped. And it's not like she's, like, working.
I once passed her at Comic-Con in, like, 2013 or 2012, like, a long time ago. And I will say, like, she was stunning in person. Like, I was just walking down a hall and she was, like, with the team. Stunning.
She's so beautiful. So stunning. And, like, Vampire Diaries, I never watched it, but she was she was the face of that show and extremely talented too. So. Oh,
well, anyways, tons of new things coming out this week. Survivor 50. I think Scream 7 comes out on Friday. We got Paradise Season 2. Also, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives doesn't come out till March 13th, but I saved this to the end to piss off Sophie, is that they sent me the 4th season already. And we watched the first 2 episodes. Well, yes, because... I have to take off time for the baby, and I might be just doing Secret Lives of Mormon Wives episodes and record them in advance. So they were nice enough to hook me up, which I don't think they usually would have done that this early. But it's good. It's good. Even Rebecca, it's good. It's good.
You're so annoying.
I know, I am. I'm so fucking annoying. I really am. You guys, I'm so sorry if I am annoying, but I wanted to once again plug Snarkbait. Dark Energy Tuesdays coming up Thursday. Patreon. They just did a Nancy Guthrie episode, which is infuriating because I think that is the
Did you say Cash Patel is like partying in Milan?
Oh, yeah, he's partying with the Olympians right now. He wound up on one of the Olympians' Instagram lives.
Yep.
And he used a private jet that we paid for. You got to love Cash Patel, man. Like, it's like, by the way,
what else are we supposed to do except laugh at this point?
I mean, it is weird. I mean, we are living in the scariest yet funniest timeline, no matter how you look at it. No matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat, it is... You got to admit, this is insane. We've never gone through something this
That's why it's funny also how
comic.
Like I get why everyone is feeling so patriotic with the Olympics and the hockey win. But it's so funny how people are suddenly patriotic because of a hockey win.
Well, listen, you got to
see the state of our country.
You got to take it where you can get it at this point.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing today on C-SPAN where that they think Donald Trump called into C-SPAN and used the alias, what is it, John Barrow? Back in the 80s, you guys, Trump used to have this, he would act like this publicist, what was his name, John Barrow, and he would call and he would like talk to like Page Six and stuff like that. And it was obviously Trump, but he was calling as John Barrow, this publicist, and he would always like say great things about Trump. And it was obviously Trump on the phone. Well, this morning on C-SPAN, John Barrow, I think I'm messing up the name, but the same name that he used to live in the 80s called C-SPAN. And it can't, like, you got to listen to it. It's on TMZ right now. It is so him, but at the same time, it's so him that I was like, maybe this is like a goof, but they're like, the Republicans are horrible. Like, it was just so Trump, but he was calling as this guy. And I was like, the funny thing is that it's probably not him, but you just don't know because that's the timeline we live in, is that our president might have called in under a pseudonym to C-SPAN to rip apart his competitors. You just don't know.
And that's just to be expected. This is another Monday in the USA.
I just want him back on The Apprentice. That's all. I just want him back on NBC.
I saw someone, there's like this whole like joke on Twitter about how like If he had just followed his real path and been a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race,
He would have. I mean,
people would
by the
love
way, I
him.
know there's a lot of pain right now, so I don't mean to make light of it, but you're right. He would have crushed it on. He would have
Yeah.
been like,
Someone
girl,
was
that
like-
ass ain't shit.
Someone was like the angel who made Donald Trump's personality when he decided to run for president instead of go on RuPaul's Drag Race. And it's like, oh my God, no.
I'll just always think about those tweets about Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart. Like she treated Robert Pattinson like a dog. Do you remember those tweets?
We literally talked about this, not on this week's Patreon on Snark Bait, but next week's Patreon. We talked about all of our pop culture stories that like we kind of forgot about, but are so crazy / funny. And we talked about that.
Because before he was like deeply into politics, he would
was
tweet
deeply
out
into pop
entertainment.
culture.
He
Yeah.
would he was like an Entertainment Tonight,
Love
like,
pop culture.
he was like a Page Six guy where he would just like, he would give his opinion about everything, including the breakup of Kristen Stewart and Rob.
She treated him like a dog, and he definitely shouldn't take her back.
You're better than this, Robert. At Real Donald J. Trump. Anyways, you guys go subscribe to Snarkbait as always, and thank you for being here. We got shows all week, so keep coming back. Thank you so much, and Sophie, good luck in the blizzard.
Thank you, everyone. If you're on the East Coast, stay warm. Bye.